Yo guys, so we have our kit right here. We're going to be doing a full unboxing to see what is actually inside of this kit. So we're going to go through all of the components and see what we're going to be building with each of these components and how they integrate and interlink into each other. So without any further hesitation, let's get straight into it. So as you guys can see here, we have the kit and we're gonna go ahead and open up and see what is inside. So it has these two clips which you use to open it up with. There we go. So as we can see, it's absolutely packed. We have our little manual right here. So this is going to give you some extra instructions, but all of the instructions are going to be on our video series. So here you can see and learn a little bit more about connections and some of the projects that you're going to be building. Next, we have our ice cream sticks. Now, these ice cream sticks has been cut in a specific way. So as you guys can see here, we have like these nice little holes that has been cut in, and you're going to be using these to build a bit more advanced projects. As we can see here, we have our buzzer that we've already built. So this is going to be in another video where I'm going to be showing you guys how to actually build it. So this is a reed switch buzzer, which is going to use our electromagnet to switch this buzzer on and off. Over here we have our LDR. So there's going to be a light dependent resistor where we're going to be changing resistance with light intensity. And then over here we have our little switch. This is going to be an extra switch with the resistor and LED, just to show you a bit clearer how LEDs actually work. So along with that, with those ice cream sticks, you're going to find all of the components necessary to actually build those three projects. Now let's have a look here. Next we have our LEDs. Now these LEDs comes with the markings here with our easy to connect spring connectors. As you can see there, where we're going to be making connections to. It has three different colors of LEDs, one that flashes rainbows, one that's red, and one that's actually green. Then over here we have our switch. So this is going to be our double pole switch. So see how nice this is to show you what the internals of a switch actually does. So we're going to be using this to actually create a two-way light switch, and we're going to be exploring some of the principles behind H-bridges. Over here we have a switch specifically designed as an H-bridge switch. This is known as a double pole, double throw switch. Now this is going to be used to change direction of motors. And over here we have our chassis for our car. Now this is going to be our solar car that we're going to be building at the end of this video. As you can see here, it has its axles, and this is going to be wind driven. So please stay tuned for that, and we're going to see how we're going to be building this. Then over here, we have a little bag full of components. So it has a few nails in there, along with a propeller and a little leverage arm. So we're going to see what we're going to be doing with that in just a moment. Here we have another one of those double pole switches. We have a motor, so see how easy this motor is going to be connected to your circuits. See here, it has these spring connectors, which are going to make it much easier for everything to be connected. Then over here we have some gears. Here we're going to be learning about gear ratios and how they work, and this is also going to be essential for us to use our motor as a dynamo. So we're going to be using these two in conjunction with each other to actually generate electricity. So as you can see here on the one side of our motor, we have a little gear there. And this just inserts into this just like that. And then we're going to be using this lever over here, which plugs straight into our gear set. So like this. And from here on, we can generate electricity. Then here are our wires. Now this is going to be used to make those connections. And it's quite easy. As you can see, they have U-shaped connectors here, which is going to make it quite easy to connect them into the springs. And I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. So let's take, for instance, our LEDs. I want to be connecting this wire here. We're going to pull apart and just connect that in there. And there you have it, a nice secure connection, which is easy to remove. And there you go. You can go ahead, move on to the next project without actually losing anything along the way. Then we have our two battery holders. Now these battery holders are quite nice of their own, as they can be interlinked into each other like this to create a parallel connection, or you can connect them end to end to do a series connection, which we're going to be explaining and doing in our video. So there we go. I have these connected in series at the moment. Then we have our Duracell batteries. Now these are gonna actually just go into our battery holders like this. Very simple, very easy. There we have it, 1.5 volt connection right there. So then we have our light bulb connectors. Now these are going to be used to screw in our light bulbs to make it easy to connect to the positive and the negative terminal. If I go ahead here and remove a light bulb from our bag, we can go ahead and just screw that in there. And there we go. We have a positive and a negative connection to our light bulb. Over here, we have our electromagnet. Now we're going to be using this to connect a battery to it. And we're going to be using the paper clip supplied in this bag alongside it to actually pick up those paper clips with our electromagnet. Now see, this one has already been built, but we do have a video where we feature how to build one of these with a nail and a bunch of copper wire. Then we do have our normal single switch. Now this is quite easy, and this is going to be used to switch our applications on and off. This is similar to this switch right here, except with this switch you can't really see what's happening on the inside. So that's where this switch is going to come in handy. Then over here we have our compass. Now we can use this actually to determine the current flow and the direction in which the current flows. So we're going to be using this in a bit later video, and we're going to be exploring how current works and how it flows, and we're going to be using this little guy to indicate where that current is going. And last but not least, you have a little screwdriver. So you're not going to be using this too much. This little screwdriver is just going to be used to actually attach the core of your electromagnet, which we're going to be having a look at a later stage. And then finally, we have a little propeller right here. So this is going to connect to your motor to actually get your wind-powered car going and moving. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Now that we know what's in our kit, we can actually go ahead and start playing with it. We're going to build all sorts of cool projects, and we're going to explore the principles behind each and every one of those projects. So thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on our next video.